Hello. Can you hear me? Am I on? Hi. It is true. I have become PNG, and it is the funniest thing I've ever seen. I'm kind of nervous. I didn't prepare shit, okay? I mean, I prepared some stuff. I have no idea what I'm doing. I prepared some slides, as any good VTuber debut is. And I have them. I have them ready to go. I haven't practiced shit. I have no idea what I'm doing. Again, I have no idea what I'm doing. So, here's how this is going to go. It's going to be either a good stream that lasts like an hour or something, or it's going to be like 30 minutes of me stumbling and tripping over my words, not knowing what the fuck is happening. But hey, maybe we'll have some fun. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm going to switch scenes now because I discovered scenes in OBS, and now I can do this shit. It's going to be super cool. And you're going to see my model. You're going to see my beautiful PNG, which it's not a default model. I have streamed before with a default model, and it was bad. It was bad. But no, I actually had this commissioned. Yes, I paid good money for this. So hey, let's see if this stream goes well or not. Okay, here we go. Hi. Hello. Oh wait. No, this is fine. This is fine. I have music set up. I have music in a YouTube playlist set up. Hi, this is me. I have become a PNG. I am a big piece of space with some stars in it, and that's about it. Yeah, that's my model. It's cool, isn't it? I like it. Okay, I don't give a shit about anything. I like how this shit looks. It's awesome. I sent like 2 random pictures to my artist. And hi Lenny. Yes, it's sick. I sent like 1 picture to my artist actually. It was 1 picture and it had a crude drawing of this model. I wish I could show it. It had a crude picture of this drawing, an enemy from this Mother 4 game. It's not Mother 4. It's now Oddity, but it kind of looks like this. Whatever. It had that, and it had the Kurogiri from My Hero Academia. And then my model artist did fucking magic. I have no idea how she did it, but she did it. It's awesome. Dark Fire type galaxy. Yes, exactly. It's something like that. Something like... Wait. What? There we go. We have music. Hey! Let's go. I forgot. I completely forgot about it. I got super into talking about my model and how it came about that I completely forgot that I had set up a playlist for BGM. The intro music, however, was made by me. Yeah, yours truly. I did that thing. The intro music and the outro music that you're gonna hear whenever the fuck we end stream, that was made by me. The stuff that happens throughout the stream, the shit you hear throughout the stream, no, that's just a playlist of cool shit that I found and that I like. So yay. I also have a bottle of water, so if you hear me just pausing for a little bit, I'm drinking water because 1, I'm nervous. 2, it always happens when I stream that my throat just becomes dry, I guess from all the talking and shit. So yeah, that's gonna be annoying. You'll excuse me. Okay. So if this is working, which I have no idea if it's working, we should be... Exactly, hydration check. We can just check... We can just go to my other scene. Hey, it's working. I can see the slide. It says, I guess I am a PNG tuber now. And yes, it's true, I am. So what does this mean? It means that also this whole thing has changed. My whole setup has changed. It's awesome. I really like it. I used to stream on nothing. It was just gonna be like a game and that's it. But now I have a layout and I have a chat on screen. I'm really proud of that. I set it up all myself. I didn't even look at a tutorial or anything like that. I just brute forced it. So yeah, I am a PNG tuber now. What does that mean? Well, my name is Lance White. I am 26 years old. Yes, how do they say? 26 years young. My birthday is on August the 16th, so we won't be celebrating that shit this year. That ship has already sailed. And what the fuck do I even do? I am a software engineering student by day, and I got an office job. And by night, or whatever, I make videos. I make videos, and I stream once in a blue moon. Yeah, I already qualify as a hag? Damn, 26 and I'm already a hag? I mean, people like hags, so I can't really complain, huh? What languages do I speak? I speak fluent English and Spanish. Spanish is actually my first language. I come from this wonderful, or maybe not so wonderful sometimes, land of Argentina. We struggle economically and all that jazz, but hey, we won the World Cup, so hey, that's awesome, huh? And yeah, my English is fluent, I want to say. I'm able to hold conversations and shit like that. That's something I always wondered. Like, is my English good? Like, how does it sound to someone who is fluent? Do I have an accent? And if I have an accent, what kind of accent do I have? Like, do I sound like someone from fucking, I don't know, California? Or New York? I have no fucking clue. It's actually good. I mean, thank you. But yeah, it's something I always wondered. Like, how does my English sound to someone who speaks the language natively? But whatever. Let's not dwell too much on this. I have some more slides. I have 14 slides. So let's keep going. This is why I don't know how long this shit is going to be. I don't know if 14 slides is enough to cover an hour or if it's enough to cover like 30 minutes. Hey, if the stream ends up lasting 30 minutes, I'm fine with that. I'm completely fine with that. I'm not one to stream for like 2 hours or more anyways. So hey. I don't have much of an accent. I don't? Like, what? But everybody has an accent. There's gotta be an accent, man. Come on. Do I sound like someone from Long Island or do I not? I have no idea where. I have no idea how Long Island sounds like, but it was the first thing that came to my mind. Hydration check again. All right. Do I have lore? Nah. I don't. I don't know if this is okay. Hear me out. I don't know if this is gonna be controversial or something. But I don't particularly care about VTuber lore. Does that make sense? Like, a lot of VTubers have their own lore, and they do like these super produced videos with animation and with voiceover and stuff like that. And I think that's awesome. I'm really happy for them. That's super cool. But I don't care. I mean, it's cool that they do that. And sometimes it's super well produced and it's really cool. But it's hard for me to separate, or rather put together the two things. Because like, you have this streamer who is like fucking, I don't know, a demon lord from the underground, the underworld, and then they came to the surface world to be a VTuber. What? The two things kind of don't connect pretty well in my eyes. See, that's my thing with VTuber lore. It's cool when they do it, and it's even cooler when they actually stick to it, because a lot of VTuber lore is just like backdrop and then they never bring it up again. But sometimes they lean into it, and that's awesome. And I like that. But it's still a little bit difficult to differentiate the two things for me, because it's like, supposedly you come from the country of fucking Shabatuti, Nakazoto, and I'm supposed to believe you that you are now in the US as a VTuber or part of a corporation, or like how VShojo does. VShojo has the whole lore where they are a group of VTubers who fight to save the world and shit. I don't know. It's cool that they're doing it. I'm not gonna do it. If I really need some lore, Here, let's just make my lore right now. See, that's how my model looks like, right? So let's say that I am a star cluster that gains sentience, and that's it. Because that's kind of what my face looks like, isn't it? Right? Let's just say that's what that is. Let's just say that's my lore. I'm a star cluster that gains sentience, and that's it. Yay. So, do I like things? Yeah, I do. Most people like things, and I am most people. Okay, but what? Alright. This is gonna be fucking groundbreaking. I like gaming. If I was a galaxy that gains sentience, I'd watch YouTube too. Hey, I am that, and I watch YouTube. So there you go. Proven 100% true. This is accurate. So what? Okay. So what do I like? I like playing games. I'm a gamer, not because I have a life. What's the cringy quote? That I am that. I like watching anime. Though, if I'm gonna be honest, I've been slacking on my anime recently. I have been. Ayo, egg, how you doing? I have been slacking. I have been watching less anime than I used to. I don't know exactly why. I guess I've just become lazy, sort of, kinda, maybe, not sure. But back in the day when I was a wee young lad, and I had much more free time than I do now, I guess, I used to sit down and watch like 20 episodes of anime in a sitting. And that's it. It's the age. It might be the age. Maybe I'm too old for anime now. I'm not too old. Who gives a shit? I just watch it with less frequency. I watched Attack on Titan last night, so hey. I'm not done with anime. I just watch less than I used to, and that means that I have a backlog of things that I'm supposed to watch that I said I would watch, and I haven't. Same as with manga. I started a bunch of manga at some point, and I dropped them, and I never went back to reading them. But I slowly but surely kind of pick up on that. I caught up to Jujutsu Kaisen a few weeks ago. So that was fun. But yeah, I'm lazy, and I do things very, very slowly. So what else do we have? I like wasting time on YouTube. That is the one thing that is consistent throughout my entire life. I have not gotten tired of watching YouTube. Every day, most of my day, I feel like it's spent on YouTube, just watching random shit. It does, like, either stuff that I find randomly on my recommended, and then I go on like deep dives on whatever the fuck, or I watch stuff that I'm subscribed to. I like watching a lot of streamers, a lot of VTubers. I like watching other YouTubers do stuff. It's cool. And yeah, I spend a lot of time on YouTube. I feel like that is the one thing that I spend the most time on out of this list. I do like playing a lot of games, but I feel like I spend more time on YouTube, especially because I can't play games for long periods of time. I'm not a marathon gamer or anything like that. After 2 hours, I get tired. Yeah, I just don't want to do it anymore. And the last thing, making videos. Yes, it's been my hobby for the better part of a decade. I feel like it's been a while. I've been making videos for a long time. Actually, more so than that. There's stuff that I've made on this platform that is not on not even in the background, actually, Lenny. No, I don't put YouTube in the background. Like, maybe I put a stream if I'm doing something else, like if I'm grinding on a game or something like that, and it becomes a bit monotonous and boring, then I'll put YouTube in the background. But I don't even put YouTube in the background otherwise. What was I saying? Oh yeah, about making videos. Oh yeah, there's stuff on this platform that I've made when I was fucking 15 years old, maybe less. That is not on this channel, obviously. And it's bad. But it's there. It's on another channel. Yeah. But yeah, I've been making videos for a long time. And it's always been a hobby of mine. And only in this channel have I like straight up committed to it. Like if I have a video idea, I'll make it. Like I have 2 or 3 video ideas on my head right now. And eventually I'll get together and I'll get my shit together and make them. But yeah, that's been my thing for a while. I like making videos. Yay. I'm just lazy. I'm just a lazy piece of shit again. This is very consistent. It's also why I barely ever stream, and I don't want to give myself a schedule because I worry that I'm not gonna stick to it. You know? What else do we got? Do I dislike things? Not really. I'm not much of a hater. Hydration check. How the fuck do streamers stream without drinking 5 liters of water? I'm almost done with this bottle. Hopping out? Ah, that's fine. Good luck to you too. Thank you for dropping by. Alright, so why do I dislike? Why do I dislike things? Hating is a skill and I don't have it. Exactly. There's not a lot of things that I hate. Here you go. I don't like vegetables. That's something I don't. I don't go out of my way to eat vegetables or salads. I know that's probably bad because you should eat your veggies and shit, but I've never been one to do so. I also don't like studying, which is funny because I am an engineering student and we study a lot. Speaking for long periods of time? Yeah, maybe because I don't stream so much, I don't have the practice. I do not. No, Lenny, come back. I'll eat vegetables for you. I'll go grab a carrot and eat it right now. I don't know if we have carrots. Actually, no, never mind. Because carrots is like the one vegetable that I actually don't mind eating. But generally, I just don't. I'm a meat guy. I love my meats. That sounds wrong. Oh god, debut and I'm already saying shit that could be taken out of context. Let's go. I'm speed running being a VTuber. But yeah, veggies, not the biggest fan. I swear, sometimes I would eat stuff that has like a bunch of vegetables in it, like for example salsa, and I'll be fine, clip it and ship it. Yeah, let's go. That can go viral on TikTok, baby. But yeah, I'll eat stuff that has vegetables in it and I'll be fine. But like if I feel the chewing, when chewing, if I feel the vegetables, then I go like, ugh. I sometimes even gag because of it. I have no idea what it is. I really have no idea what it is. It's weird. That's fine. Also studying. Yes. I'm a student that doesn't like studying. I'm a student that doesn't like studying. How weird is that, huh? I also don't like the heat. I live in a very humid and hot part of the world, and I hate it because it's bad. That's the one thing I hate. All right, that is it. The very, very bad heat, and especially humid heat. I hate that shit. There we go. We found the one thing that I hate, and then that's pretty much it. Yeah. Most students dislike studying. Yes, I feel that way too, but I have met people that liked studying. My own sister has told me that she likes studying, and I'm like, really? How? What? Are you real? That can't be real. But yeah, no, I believe her. She probably does like studying, but I do not. I hate it. I've hated every second of it throughout my whole college career, and it's not done yet. Though the one thing that the one thing that I have left is basically my thesis, which doesn't technically require studying. But exactly, they're like leprechauns. Weird as shit. Yeah, my thesis is the last thing that I have left, and that's gonna take a while, but at least I don't have to study too much for it, and I don't have to take a test for it. That's the one thing that I hated even more than studying, maybe. Having to go to a fucking exam and shit like that. That's annoying. But I did it. I got through the entire career. So hey, that's awesome. And that's about everything that I dislike. What's next? All right, here's the fun part. Here's where I show a little bit of my shit taste in anime and manga. Give me a minute while I drink before we get this shit on the road. Anime. Okay, first, there's two things here that I want to bring up before. That's more than, thank you. But hey, you'll get there too. Don't worry about it. there's two things that are interesting here. First off, Mob Psycho 100 and Evangelion are on both on the anime and manga lists, and that is on purpose. That is 100% true for my liking, because I first read the Mob Psycho manga before the anime had. I think I read it after season 1. Yeah, I read it after season 1, and so I read the whole thing after season 1. And so Mob Psycho quickly became my favorite, probably my favorite manga of all time. And then the anime adapted the whole thing, right? They finished it, and holy fucking shit, it is a good adaptation. Evangelion is an anime original. Don't worry, I'll get to it. And Mob Psycho 100 has a fucking fantastic anime adaptation that I think at times even elevates the source material. And so I like both of them for different reasons. I like the story in general of Mob Psycho 100, and in manga form, it's actually told pretty fucking well. Also, one's art style is not quite the best, as we all know if you read One Punch Man or if you know about the story of that. But the guy actually shows a lot of improvement in his art and in his paneling and shit throughout Mob Psycho the manga. So that stuff is what makes it one of my favorite mangas. Also, the story is just really fucking fantastic. It's so good. And with Evangelion, yes, exactly. Mob Psycho 100 is a fucking modern classic. It's the best anime has looked in goddamn ages, and I love it. And Eva, you're right, it is an anime original. Though, when it started, I believe, I think the anime and the manga started pretty close to one another. And the manga was drawn by the guy who did the character designs for the anime. And my understanding is that it lasted for like very long. I think the Evangelion the Evangelion manga started in 94, which is I think the same year where the anime started, or like a little before the anime, I think. Thing is, it started, let's say 94, and it ended in like 2012 or something like that. It's nuts. It had a very long run because the artist, I guess, I don't know, had a lot of hiatuses and shit. It happens in manga, to be fair. And the thing about the Evangelion manga is that it's slightly different from the anime, the original anime. It's slightly different, and I think in certain things is even better than the anime. Especially, I think the ending of the original. The ending of the original show is like the one thing that everybody knows and loves to shit on, because it's like, oh, they ran out of budget. And then there's the end of Eva, which is a fucking trip. And it's a bit hard to understand what happens, and I get it. But the manga, I think, makes it pretty clear, and it's like very straightforward. It's like the same things pretty much happen. Like nothing is different in events, but I like the way the manga tells it better. And I think there's even an epilogue chapter of the manga. Yeah, there's even an epilogue chapter of the manga that's actually quite good. But yeah, in general, I think Evangelion clearly is one of my favorite stories, one of my favorite anime. And anything that tells that same story in another interesting way would also be my favorite. So that's why Eva is both on my anime and manga list. And that's like the only things that are those are the only two pieces that I like, both anime and manga equally, that I would put on my lists of favorites. Then in anime, we have Steins Gate, Cowboy Bebop, Code Geass, Bacano, A Place Further in the Universe, Serial Experiments Lane, and Nichijou. And I've seen over 300 shows, I think, so this isn't even scratching the surface of what my favorites are. Like, I think I have an AniList account, so you could probably, I think I link it in my profile too. You can go there and make fun of my taste and everything more specifically there. Approved? Let's go. We're good. This is good taste. I have good taste. But yeah, no, Steins Gate, fucking love it. Favorite time travel story of all time. Even the part of the show that's like pretty slow and not much happens. I think that's bullshit. I think a lot of stuff happens in those episodes, and it's great. In fact, I think one of the moments No, the first moment that blew my mind in Steins Gate was when they sent the text for Felis, and then all of Akiba changes. That shit blew my mind, and I think that's like episode 7 or something. But yeah, and yeah, Steins Gate gets way better down the second half, but I think the first half is just as good. Then Cowboy Bebop is a fucking classic, though I will admit it's been a while since I watched it, so who knows, maybe it comes down. I don't think it will, because I think Cowboy Bebop is fantastic anyways. It's got the best fucking cast of characters I've ever seen. I love every single one of them, and they're all flawed in their own way, and that's awesome. Then Code Geass, even season 2, which is, I think, a noticeable drop in story quality, I guess. It was more about fan service and big mecha battles, less about the characters and shit. But goddamn it, does it have a fucking fantastic ending. So Code Geass as a whole is one of my favorite shows of all time. And I don't think the movie ruins the ending or anything like that. The movie's not amazing. It's alright. It's good. It's pretty good. Akito the Exiled, which is a series of OVAs, that's kind of crap. But whatever, we don't talk about that. Then Bakano is fucking incredible because it's like 3 different anime happening at the same time, and each of them is interesting, and they're all perfectly connected, and it's like you're watching 12 episodes or 11, I don't remember how many episodes Bakano had, and then you're trying to piece together a puzzle as you're watching the anime, because it's told very, I don't know what the word is, anachronologically. Anachronologically, is that a word? Anachronistic. No, that's not it. It doesn't matter. There's like 3 or 4 stories, each set in different time periods with different characters and stuff, that they're all connected in some capacity, but you only really understand the connection by the end of it, and I think that's pretty fucking awesome. The vibes in Bakano are indeed immaculate. It's a bit of an older anime, but goddamn it, does it look good. It's awesome. I have no idea how Bakano works, but it does, and that's amazing. Then I think one of the newer animes in this list is The Place Further in the Universe, which is about a bunch of girls. Anachronism. Yeah, anachronism is when. No, I think anachronism is when there's like, say for example, you're telling a period piece in like the 1800s, and all of a sudden some guy pulls up a cell phone. That's anachronistic. I have no idea what I was trying to say. But it doesn't matter. It happens in many different times. No, in medias res is when a story starts in the halfway point. Like, you know how in, say for example, Persona 5, the beginning is the casino thing, and the casino happens like halfway through the game? That's in medias res. What was I saying? Oh yeah, A Place Further in the Universe is about a bunch of girls that decide to go on a trip to the Antarctic, to Antarctica, the continent, and I think it's fucking beautiful. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's just beautiful. It's got this sense of adventure and like youthful energy, and it's fucking gorgeous. I love it. Then Serial Experiments Lane, which might be the complete opposite of that, because it's very depressing and dark and fucking, I don't know, confusing. But I think it's cool because it's what is it? It's like relevant today more than ever. Bakano is weird because there's like 3 different stories set in 3 different time periods, and they tell them all at the same time. Like at some, like for example, episode 1, for a minute you're watching something in the 1800s, and then for another minute you're watching something in the 1500s and shit like that. I'm speaking out of my ass because I don't remember the time periods Bakano takes place in, but it's sort of like that. It switches back and forth from different time periods. It's a whole mess, but it's really cool. And then finally, the biggest shit out of left field here is Nichijou. Nichijou is amazing. Nichijou is my favorite comedy anime of all time. It's wild. It's ridiculous. It's the most over-animated thing I've ever seen. And it's also a comedy anime. Shiden Nichijou makes no sense. There's a bunch of non sequiturs and weird ass gags that it's all animated in some extreme fashion that is like, oh my god, this is the best thing ever. And that is Nichijou. Nichijou's great. It's the best comedy anime ever made. Lane is a good piece of science fiction because it really did a good job at capturing the zeitgeist to come. Exactly. As I was watching Lane, I was thinking, holy fuck, these guys predicted the modern internet. And that's exactly it. That's exactly what happens. Like, Lane is more relevant today than it was in the 90s, I think, when it came out. And that's like, how the fuck? That's extreme forward thinking. I have no idea how people did that. I think it's like, it's one guy that loves to write stories like that, because he also wrote Technolize, which I've heard is really good. My favorite character in Nichijou, Mai, right? Mai was the quiet girl with glasses that was that did all the fucking dry ass jokes. Yeah, that one. That one's my favorite because she just doesn't give a shit about anything, but she's just as goofy as everybody else. She's just deadpan in her delivery and stuff, and I love that. Sakamoto's good because he's a cat and he's hilarious, and that's it. Also, Hakas is adorable. Hakas is probably my second favorite. Half a minute into the past, maybe that's why I was responding to you kind of late. That's fine. We're doing good. We're like halfway through my slides and it's been 30 minutes. And I haven't even talked about the rest of the manga here. Because then comes fucking One Piece, which I started reading last year, I think. Or was it even this year? No. It had to be last year. Yeah, no, I caught up to One Piece last year. And it very quickly became one of my favorite manga of all time. It's incredible how a manga that has gone on for so long and for so many chapters is still good to this day. I don't think, I mean, not everything in One Piece is amazing. There are ups and downs, but I don't think One Piece is bad ever. Like, people say, oh, One Piece gets good in like chapter 70 or whatever. That's bullshit, I think, because I was hooked into One Piece almost immediately and I kept reading. And then the point where people say it gets good, that's when One Piece went from good to fucking amazing. So there you go. I think that's One Piece. And then Berserk, may Miura rest in peace. That's probably my second favorite manga. It's close in between Mob Psycho, One Piece, and Berserk. And I think Berserk was the one that I would say is my favorite manga because it's the one that I caught up to first. And everybody knows Berserk, right? It's a fucking beautiful and tragic and dark story, but it's filled with such heart and oh my god, the artwork. Oh my god, the artwork. How we lost Miura badly. And I think the team that's picking up the manga right now is doing a great job at capturing his art style. About the story, it remains to be seen because they've released very few chapters. But I think they're doing a great job so far. And in the art department, like, it's different. You can tell it's not drawn by Miura, but goddamn, it's still beautiful. Then JoJo, specifically Steel Ball Run. I like all of JoJo, but Steel Ball Run is something else. It's like, you know how there's this popular meme of like Araki for God? SBR my beloved, let's go. You know this popular meme of Araki for God? Well, I think Steel Ball Run is like the one part of JoJo that you cannot apply that to. And I know there's like a character that shows up first and it looks like a guy and then all of a sudden turns out that's a girl. That's the one thing that I guess you could say Araki forgot, but what I'm saying is Steel Ball Run is the tightest part in all of JoJo. Everything in Steel Ball Run ties together so perfectly, and it's so satisfying to see everything unfold. And that's probably why Steel Ball Run is my favorite part. Like, for example, in Stone Ocean, the ending is exactly. It's just stupidly solid. Like, for example, the ending of of Stone Ocean, Araki changed the ending like a few chapters before it came out, before it ended. He just straight up changed the ending, and so there are things about it that I really like. Actually, in as a whole, I really like Stone Ocean, even the ending. But god damn it, does it get wacky sometimes with what is going on, and it kind of loses me a few times. But it doesn't matter because in general it's still pretty good. And that's the thing, Steel Ball Run does not lose me. It's just solid all throughout. Once it gets going, it just doesn't stop. It's arc after arc. It's just great, and it's tight, and it just keeps you at the edge of your seat. And also, it's long as fuck. I think JoJolion is longer. I haven't finished JoJolion though. But yeah, it just keeps you going. It's insane. And it doesn't feel as long as it is, but whatever. And then Assassination Classroom. It's one of my favorite shonens. It's like different as a shonen because it's not particularly a battle shonen or anything like that. It's got a wacky premise and a lot of characters. And I think Yusei Matsui, I think the author is called, right? I think he does a really good job of balancing all of the different cast members. And they're all memorable in their own way. And so, yeah. Also, I love the whenever there's like exams or something like that in Assassination Classroom, Matsui just goes fucking crazy, and then it kind of becomes a battle shonen because he treats the exams as like fights against these goddamn demons or shit like that. And so each question represents like a big demon, and you see them all tackling the exam as if they were assassinating a monster. And I think that's incredible. Like how the fuck do you treat... Oh, hi! Ichika Yuno. Greetings from Japan. You're a Japanese VTuber? Do you understand me? I don't understand Japanese, so... I'm honored that a Japanese VTuber is watching me. Hi! But do you understand me? Because if you understand me, we're good. If not... Thank you. Wait, hold on. I can put this through Google Translate. I think it won't mess with my my stream or anything like that. This is my first... hajimemashite. Wait, let me see. Wait, hold on. Let me see if I can use Google Translate to talk. 私も初めてを愛します。Does that sound right? 私も初めてを愛します。Thank you so much. I'll be sure to check out what you're doing. We are VTuber friends. Let's go. I've made a friend. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Okay. I was talking about, I think, Assassination Classroom, and then I made a VTuber friend who is also Japanese. Let's go. Sorry, I was drinking water. Oh god, I got a Nihongo Josu. Let's go. But hey, my Nihongo is only Josu because I read it off, and Japanese and Spanish sound pretty similar, and so I'm pretty good at like replicating the sound. Wait, let me say that. Okay, oh god, I can't say that. Google 翻訳を使っているので読むのは得意です。Did that make sense? Let's go. I don't even know Japanese. I'm just good at reading it, and I got Nihongo Jesu. Let's go. Oh, you're... Lenny, can I be real with you? I have not watched the entirety of Dragon Ball Z. I watched episodes when I was a kid because, yes, that as you do as a Latino kid, but I've never really watched the whole thing. I'm sorry. Hey, I feel like even if I did read the whole thing, I probably wouldn't put it on my... Probably wouldn't. Okay, what is Nakayo... what does that mean? But yeah, no, I'm sorry, Lenny. I did not read all of Dragon Ball. Let's get along. Yes. Nakayoku shimasu. Nakayoku shimashou. Nakayoku shimashou. Is it? Okay, maybe. I don't know. If I get into Dragon Ball, I'll probably just read the manga, honestly. It is a classic. I will agree that it is a classic. I don't know how it's doing, like, nowadays. Because, you know, it's Super and all that stuff. Oh my god, thank you. Very good. My Japanese is good. Let's go. If I only learn the language, I think I got the pronunciation down pat already. So I just need to learn how it sounds. Okay, but maybe I'll put Dragon Ball in my ever-growing list of must-read and must-watch before I die. Yeah, where were we? Assassination Classroom and how the exams were pretty awesome. Yes, that's about it. And then Chainsaw Man, which is probably my favorite modern series that is still going on right now, outside of One Piece, of course. Because it's so different and so out there, and I think Denji is a brilliant protagonist, and, well, in part 2, Asa is also a brilliant protagonist. So yeah. Then we have Dorohedoro, which is like Chainsaw Man before Chainsaw Man was a thing. Because it's weird and fucking insane. Dorohedoro is insane. I have no idea what happens in Dorohedoro. Well, I do know what happens in Dorohedoro. I've read the whole thing. But as I finished it, I was like, I don't know if I understood everything that happened, but all I knew is that I love it. All I know is that I love it. I have not watched Frieren, but it is on my list. It is on my list. I just don't want to start watching any new shows before I finish what I started before, because I have a lot of things that I should watch. Tomodachi, yes, we are Tomodachi. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. I didn't have to do Google Translate for that one. I just knew that one. Watashi wa tomodachi. Yes. That is the weirdest thing. I didn't think I was gonna make a Japanese friend in today's stream. That is wild. But let's go. I'm cool. I'm cool now. All right, and then Golden Kamuy. Golden Kamuy is another one. I think there's a trend going on here. I like weird and wacky and fucking insane shit, and Golden Kamuy is pretty much that. Like, at its core, Golden Kamuy is a really good story with some really good characters, but holy shit does it go places, and oh my god. At times it's even weirder than JoJo. Yes, if you've read Golden Kamuy or watched it, you know, but it's true, and I appreciate it for that. And then finally, gotta rep it, Kaguya-sama, probably my favorite rom-com of all time. It started off as Death Note, but with two dumbasses who are in love, and then it became, oh my god, these characters are fucking deep, and I am so invested in their stories, and I want them to be happy. Yes, Kaguya-sama is really good. Let's go, Kaguya mentioned. I had to, you know? I had to. Okay. We talked about this shit for a while now. Oh, but I have more faves. I forgot that I have more faves, because right now it's movies and music. All right, we're going to be here for a while. We're going to be here for a while. And because of that, I'm gonna do something real quick. I'm gonna go to a BRB scene, and I'm gonna go get some more water, and then we'll talk about movies and music, because I have things to say in there too. I also have a BRB scene. It's a very silly BRB scene. Don't worry. Look at this. Hi, I'm back. Deadbeats jerk it now? Exactly. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Deadbeats jerk it now. Like jerky, you know, like jerk to the left and jerk to the right. Let's start this. If you mentioned it, now that you mentioned it, let's just start with the music side. First off, we got Mori goddamn Calliope. And yeah, she legit is one of my favorite musical artists and VTubers just in general. I guess if I had to, I don't like picking favorites. That's why I don't like saying I have an Oshi. But if I had to, if held at gunpoint and asked who is my Oshi, yes, I guess I would say Mori Calliope. She is such a powerhouse and such an inspiration for me as a content creator just in general. I feel like if Mori Calliope wasn't a VTuber and I hadn't discovered her, I probably wouldn't be here where I am right now, and that's saying something. This channel has gone through some weird times, all right? It started with me making... Give me a minute. It started with me making anime music videos or mad openings, and I did 2. And then I did a stupid Megalovania meme, and somehow that went viral. And right now I think it's sitting at like 2 million views, and I'm like, how? And at some point, I discovered VTubers, and then Callie was the first one I found. And I was like, holy shit, VTubers make cool music. They don't just make idle stuff, right? And so I was like, oh my god, I like VTubers. And so yeah, I just love Callie. And she released, I think, what was it called? What is it? What's the name of that song where she just says start creating, start tweeting. That song. No. Start creating, stop tweeting. That was it. What's the name of it? Fuck. I can't believe I'm blanking on it. What's the name of that song? Oh no. It's it's the welcome to the mountaintop in the obvious and the sloppy that one we are fellow deadbeats. Let's go. But yeah, that song is basically all about shut up, stop being an idiot, and just do shit. Start creating stuff. Go do your thing. If you look at my channel, and if you look at my channel, I started posting more regularly. I think it was my first chip music album. I think I started posting that soon after Callie released that song, because that song single-handedly motivated me to pursue my content creation aspirations. That's how big Callie is for me. All right. If Callie hadn't made that song, I probably wouldn't be doing what I am right now. So I do owe her a lot. Then the Pillows, because I really like Fooly Cooly. Fooly Cooly is not on my list of favorites, but it's pretty close. Might as well put it there, basically. And the entirety of the soundtrack to Fooly Cooly is probably my favorite soundtrack to any anime ever. Your Name is close there, but we'll get to that. But yeah, I love the Pillows and I love Fooly Cooly, and I love the combination of both. I may not care much about the newer Fooly Cooly stuff that they've made, but the Pillows, consistent, great band. Then Paramore and Fall Out Boy. I'm an emo boy. What can I say? Paramore's been doing great stuff recently, though. So is Fall Out Boy. Though Fall Out Boy is a bit more, edgy generally. Paramore has matured throughout the years. Like, if you listen to Paramore now versus listening to Paramore back in the day, they're a completely different band. And I think all ages are great. All eras of Paramore are great. And the Paramore are doing some fantastic things nowadays that is probably the best they've ever done. Their last record is just mwah. It's one of the best albums they've done, if not the best. And then Fall Out Boy had a dip down the middle because it used to be really good at emo rock and probably the best ones in the business. And then they broke up, then they came back, and then went more into pop and dubstep, and then at some point they made Mania, and that stupid shitty song Young and Menace that I actually don't like. Really, I really don't like that song. But now they've come up with an album that is basically a return to form, and I think it's really good. So yeah, Fall Out Boy, dope. And then Daft Punk. I've loved Daft Punk since Interstellar 5555. Yeah, that was probably like by by proxy, because I watched that movie. It was probably the first album I listened its entirety because I watched that movie. It's basically just watching a series of music videos for the album discovery, and that made me love Daft Punk. So yeah, it's sad that they're not a thing anymore, but they produced such a amazing piece of music. An amazing body of work that is just like, they don't need to make anything else. They've made their mark on the world and on me, and I love them for that. It is one of the bands that informed you. Yes, it's kind of like that for me too. Then the weirder one in my in my list of artists, it's Andrew Huang. If you don't know Andrew Huang, he's a YouTuber. He is mostly known for his YouTube. Yeah, I wasn't listening too much to Daft Punk in 2013 when they released Ram. I knew of like Get Lucky because that was, the big hit. But yeah, Random Access Memories is probably one of my favorite albums of all time. Yes. Nowadays, now that I've listened to it and I can, dimension it. But when it came out, I didn't listen to it because I wasn't super into Daft Punk then. And yeah, and Andrew Huang is a YouTuber who is probably my biggest inspiration musically when it comes to making music, because a lot of the things that I know about making music is stuff that I picked up from watching Andrew videos. And it just so happens that the music that he makes, which is big, he makes a lot of music, and it goes from silly stuff about rainbows and Sparkle Mountain and unicorns and shit to heartfelt, powerful ballads to hard-hitting dubstep. I like a lot of genres of music, and Andrew does pretty much everything. And so my journey as a music producer, if you will, is it's very coded to Andrew because, well, I learned a lot of the things that I know about music and about making music from Andrew. So yeah, of course he's one of my favorites. Then Gorillaz, it's another band that I discovered late. I haven't listened to the entirety discography of Gorillaz. I don't think I've ever listened to Humans all the way through. And I hear it's not like the best thing they've done and whatever, but in general, just Gorillaz is amazing. From their early stuff to their modern resurgence, like Song Machine and what's the name of the latest album? That one. Doesn't matter. Song Machine is amazing. And Plastic Beach. Oh my god, Plastic Beach. Fucking Plastic Beach. Oh my god. That's another one of my favorite records of all time. And Anamanaguchi. We were hearing some Anamanaguchi music we were hearing some Anamanaguchi in my playlist in the background because they made the soundtrack for the Scott Pilgrim game. And Scott Pilgrim is also in my movies. Yay! Everything is connected. But yeah, I love chiptune. We're hearing chiptune right now. The playlist that I put together for stream is all chiptune. Of different, degrees of... You like the older stuff better than the new stuff? I think they haven't hit the highest highs that they had before, because Plastic Beach remains their best record. And they haven't made a record that's just as good as that. But they made some good stuff. And yeah, Anamanaguchi made the soundtrack for the Scott Pilgrim game. Okay, wait, we're switching? Oh, yeah, no. That's Tim Fallen. I thought it was going to be another Anamanaguchi song. But no, yeah, I really love chiptune. It's one of the things that I like making a lot because it's simple and easy to make. Easier, I guess, to make. And I just love the sound of chiptune. And Anamanaguchi is probably the one that does it the best because they don't just do chiptune, they do chiptune modernized, and they like put a lot of modern instruments and modern vibes to it. They make chip rock. I don't know how the fuck they do it, but it's amazing. It's like a sound that's unique to them. And they're making the music for the Scott Pilgrim anime that's coming out, and I'm excited for that. Speaking of Scott Pilgrim, that's also one of my favorite movies, if not my favorite movie of all time. I've seen it like fucking 5 times. And there's a trend again with my movies because I like wild shit. The weirder and the wackier, the better, probably. And Scott Pilgrim is one of those because it's like you're watching a video game come to life with Scott Pilgrim. It shouldn't work as well as it does, but it does. And goddamn, love it for it. I also love anything the director does. Was it Edgar Wright? Yes, I love anything Edgar Wright does, which is why Hot Fuzz is also on my list. Because that's another really, really fun movie that I've seen like 5 times. Then Everything Everywhere All at Once, which is the newest movie in all this. I've only seen it once. But it very quickly, I watched it, I finished watching, I was like, this is just one of my favorite movies of all time, basically. It's very similar to Scott Pilgrim in that sense, because it's wild and wacky. And instead of being a video game come to life, it's more of an anime come to life. And I really love that. And also, it's got a very heartfelt story all throughout. And brilliant. I'm so happy it won all the awards. And I'm so happy for Ki Hui Kwan, yes, because I discovered him in that movie. And I was like, oh my god, this guy has a brilliant and incredible story in Hollywood, and I'm so glad that he's finally getting the recognition he deserves. Then it's Snatch, which is I think a movie similar to Bakano in the way there's like many different things happening at the same time that all converge to one thing, and it all makes sense at the end. That's another thing that I really like. And then 7, which is probably the 7 is really good, and it keeps you at the edge of your seat. And oh my god, it made me angry when it finished. And then we have anime movies, because I like anime. Your Name and Perfect Blue, which are my favorite anime movies of all time. Perfect Blue is just scary. Perfect Blue is another one that's like, I feel more relevant today than it was when it came out. So yeah. And then Your Name, because it's kind of like Fully, which is the perfect blending of music and anime and then a story. Everything is just perfect on Your Name. I love it. What else do we have? Oh my god, games! Fuck, I forgot! Yes, I play games. And I have a lot of favorites. Undertale is on the list because, again, I feel like if Undertale hadn't come out, I wouldn't be doing shit because I wouldn't have a channel that is successful, quote unquote. I wouldn't have a video that went viral and made me a couple $100s to buy a bunch of stuff that I reinvested into this channel. So hey, I owe a lot to Undertale, and Undertale is really just one of my favorite games of all time. Same with Chrono Trigger and Persona. I like JRPGs, alright? Gamers. We gaming now, boys. We gaming. Chrono Trigger is probably my favorite JRPG of all time. I played it as a kid, and at that time I didn't know English, and it's probably one of the reasons why I ended up picking up English as a language, because I never studied this. I just learned English. Being exposed to a lot of English content on the internet and games, I just ended up learning it. So hey, I'm self-taught. And Chrono Trigger probably helped with that. And Persona, I'm sorry, I can't pick one favorite Persona game to call my favorite. I like all of them for different reasons. The only ones I haven't played are the duology, the 2 duology. I have not played them. I made a video on the first Persona game, so I know that one's not my favorite. But in between 3, 4, and 5, I'm sorry, I can't pick anyone. Like, for example, I think Persona 3 has the best story of any Persona game that I've played. I haven't played 2, remember. And I think Persona 4 has the best cast of characters. And then Persona 5 is a little bit of both. It's a little bit of a mixture of both, because it modernized the Persona formula to perfection, pretty much. And it's got a nice story, and it's got really good characters. So it's a little bit of both. Then Half-Life is a game that molded me as a child, because I played it as a child. And I cannot tell you how many hours I've spent playing Half-Life as a kid. That's sort of the same thing with Minecraft. It's one of those games that molded my childhood and my teen years. And then BioShock is another one. It's another FPS that molded me. I didn't play it as a child, but I did play it pretty young. And I was like, oh my god, games can be this. Games can be art like this. And that's literally the what I thought when I played Bioshock. And Dark Souls, I'm not one for super hard games. I get frustrated pretty easily, but I powered through Dark Souls because of how good it was. And I've also played Sekiro, but I haven't played any other FromSoft games. I do want to play them though. I do want to play like the rest of the Souls series and Bloodborne and Elden Ring. They're on my list. Then Zelda Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. I am not the biggest Zelda fan. I've played 5 Zelda games. I've played Majora, Wind Waker, Tears of the Kingdom, and Breath of the Wild. Actually, no, 4. I've played 4. Have I played any other? No, I haven't even played Ocarina. I've played very few Zelda games, so I don't have a connection to old school Zelda, and I don't have. So the modernization of it to Breath of the Wild and never really hit me. I played Breath of the Wild and I was like, this is a fucking brilliant and fantastic game, and I've spent God knows how many hours in it, like around 130, I think, on both games. So yeah, they're games that just absorb you and just you live in that world now. Get used to it. And then back to the classics. If you couldn't tell, I grew up with the SNES, which is why Mega Man X and Donkey Kong Country are also in this list. Donkey Kong Country 2 specifically, because of the trilogy, I think Donkey Kong Country 2 is the better one. But I love all 3 of them equally, pretty much. But I think if we're being facetious, then yes, 2 is the best. It's the tightest one, also the hardest one, but it doesn't matter. it adds to it. Portal is another one related to Half-Life. It's one of those games that formed me as a young gamer. And Mega Man X, well, I like Ego Raptor. I like Ego Raptor, and Ego Raptor kind of instilled on me his love for Mega Man X. But also, it's the one that I played the most as a kid. I know that whole game like the back of my hand. Hydration check. Mother 3 also is another one of my favorite JRPGs of all time. It's probably the one game that made me cry the most. I don't think I've ever cried as much at anything, really. Game, movie, manga, anime. It is. It just broke me. Emotionally, it broke me. And I think about it and I probably still can't recover from it. And then Pokemon Emerald. I'm big into Pokemon. Big. I'm into Pokemon. And looking at the entire franchise, the one that I've spent the most time playing and the one that I remember enjoying the most, even as a kid and even as an adult, is Emerald. That one marked me. That one and Platinum. But I like Emerald more. It's got more sentimental value to me. And then also, I'm into Sonic. I'm a Sonic fan, but I'm not the weird kind. I'm like jaded with Sonic because it's hard being a Sonic fan. Let's be real. It's a roulette of, oh, maybe it'll be a good game. Oh, maybe there'll be a good Sonic game now, versus, oh god, this game sucks. So yeah. So imagine my surprise when Sonic Mania came out, and it's goddamn beautiful. It's fantastic. And yeah, I love Sonic Mania. And then also, sorry, I'm a filthy gacha gamer, and I love Genshin and Honkai. There's a whole video on it that I made. If you want to watch it, if you want to be really into my story with these 2 games, yeah, let's not dwell into this. So we're winding up the stream. We're inching closer to the end, and here are the things that I want to do. I say want to and not gonna do, but it says gonna do there, but I can't guarantee because, again, I'm lazy. It says, the first thing says stream more, and I do want to stream more. And it's a matter of, I have to just shut up, stop thinking about it, and just do it. Sort of like, you know how long I sat in front of the Go Live screen? I sat for like 20 minutes thinking, oh my god, do I go live? Do I not? I get nervous when I stream, but usually when I start streaming, I just go. And that's what happened. An hour has gone by and I didn't even realize it. But yeah, I want to stream more. I have ideas. I have ideas that I want to stream. Not just Genshin, because that's like the one thing that I streamed. And I wanna see them. I wanna see them through because I think they would be very fun. And also, I want to grow as a streamer in general. in general, so the only thing that's gonna happen if I stop being a lazy fuck and actually do that. And the fact that I've actually managed to sit through and actually do a debut with this, because I've been sitting on this model for a while now as well, is I think indication that hey, I will keep going and I'll get into it and I'll keep going. I can't promise anything because I'm also oh no, I'm also a busy boy that has work and college and shit, so I can't always be available, but I want to stream as much as I can. Then also music and videos, music streams. Oh my god, yes. I forgot that I got a JP VTuber friend. Let's go. We can set up a fucking Japanese learning stream. Oh god, how would that be? Don't worry about it, Lenny. I didn't say nothing. Don't worry. I think I know what you're referring to, but don't worry about it. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I want to make more music. I love making music, and music is something that I get blocked on a lot. Like, it's hard for me to, sit down and write something because I get artist's block or writer's block or whatever, composer's block, if that's even a thing. I get that. It doesn't matter. But sometimes I power through and I end up making something I'm really proud of. I have a bunch of tracks that I have not released. One being the one that you heard in the intro, and another one that you're going to hear in a bit, which I'm really proud of. But yeah, it takes a while for me to sit down and actually make something that I'm proud of. But I want to make it better. And maybe making a stream where I just make music would be a good idea. Maybe that makes me overcome my block. But who knows? Maybe we'll do that one day. And also make more videos. Again, I have a lot of ideas running around in my head that I just have to sit down, write them, record them, and just edit. Because they're really good. Or rather, I really like these ideas. I don't know how good they're going to be. And some of them are pretty ambitious too. So yeah, that's awesome. And again, yeah, I'll make more videos as long as I get ideas, because that's something else that's kind of hard. Sometimes I don't know what I want to make as videos, and but yeah, I want to do stuff as long as I get ideas, and so far that hasn't stopped permanently. So hey, maybe it's better. What else we got? Any goals? Well, first off, be more expressive. Literally, I need to get more expressions. What you're seeing right now is it. That's it. This is my VTuber model. It's got a closed mouth and an open mouth. That's about it. And then sub goal, sure, 10k. Most people would put, I guess, 100 or 1,000, but because I have a video that went viral, I fucking completely destroyed that goal. And I'm like at 5,000 subscribers, I think, right now. I think, let's see. Oh, not even 5,000. All right, then maybe instead of 10k, it's like 5k. Who cares? But whatever, yeah. I would like to have subscribers. Why not? The whole point of making stuff is for people to watch them. And I'm fine with 10, 20, 100 people watching my stuff. And that's cool. But if I can hit bigger numbers, that's awesome too. And then another goal is collab with cool people. Hey, I just met a cool person. Who knows? Maybe we can do a collab. I don't know how a collab with a Japanese person is gonna go like, but hey, maybe I do that. And then finally get a cool Live 2D model. That shit is expensive. I don't have that much money, but it would be something cool. I also don't know how much I want to stream. It's not something that I have considered as my main job or something like that. I think it's something I consider always as a hobby. And if it stays that way, then eventually I can get a Live 2D model. And if I get popular enough, or if I get enough money, I could probably afford a Live 2D model. But that takes time. And I have a dream. I have a dream Live 2D artist and rigger. I don't know if I want to say it. Yeah, fuck it. Why not? There's this artist that's called Momotex. She is a fellow VTuber from Argentina. That she's a really good artist, and I love supporting the locals. I love supporting my fellow Latin American streamers and stuff. And I would love for her I would love to have a model made by her, and then have the rig be someone else from Vugen, which I think is like Yoshi, for example, or Yariku. Those I think are like the top of the top of VTuber models and avatars and stuff like that. But that takes a lot. That takes a lot. And I don't want to spend thousands of dollars on something that I don't know how much I'm gonna do. It is deep. It is deep. But yeah, maybe someday. Maybe someday. And then what? What do we got? There's 2 slides left. I don't remember what was next. Oh, credits! Right! I forgot. The Oshi mark? Is there a star? I don't even know. Let's see. Let me search for it. That's the Oshi mark. Let's go. Why the hell not? I don't know if someone else has that, but hey, now it's mine. I claimed it. But yeah, credits. This beautiful body was made by the very talented Lele Lemon. Lele. She's Lele. She's a really good artist. She's also a Latina. I think she's from Mexico, I think. I'm not sure. I hate to be wrong about that, but whatever. She is from Latin America, and that's all that matters to me. And then the layout was made by the very talented Kroneko. Because not because I commissioned him or anything like that. I just bought this set of layouts from his coffee shop, and it's really cool. Because I wanted a layout and I was gonna make my own, but yeah, I'm not good at that. And so I saw that. I think this is inspired by Needy Streamer Overload. I made some adjustments. I changed some colors, and here we are. And yeah, it's really good, isn't it? But yeah, thank you to these people for making this whole thing possible. And finally, that's it, I think. Do we have anything else? We have an Oshi mark, apparently. That's something I forgot. That I actually didn't think about it. I just had to improvise something. And yeah, that is my stream. That has been my debut stream. Was I good? Did I did a good job? Did I do a good job? Do I do good English? Let's go back to the chatting scene. Do you like my transitions too? I have some really cool transitions. I figured out how to do that on OBS too. Again, very few tutorials used on this. I actually had to look up a tutorial for that. Hydration check once again. Wow, actually got through my debut. Let's go. What do VTubers do after debut, right? I don't even know. I don't even know if I have anything more I want to say other than, hey, I'm going to be back. God knows when. Again, I don't want to make a schedule because I don't know how consistent I'm going to be. Greetings from the YouTube homepage. Oh my god. Hi, Ivan. This made it to your homepage? Let's go. You got here a little late though, because I just finished everything. I don't know how much long I'm gonna stay on stream. But thank you for showing up. And thank YouTube, thank the algorithm for putting me on your homepage. God knows how the algorithm works. But it made it. It made it happen. Yeah, I was saying, I don't know. It was a good debut. Let's go. I'm happy with that. I am happy with that. I don't know when I'm gonna stream again. I kinda want to have at least one stream a week, but the matter of timing is a bit complicated. I have to set up seeing a preview of a PowerPoint presentation of you. Yeah, that's what we just finished. That's what I'm saying. You got here kind of late. But hey, if you're into it and if you like what I'm doing and if you think I'm cool or whatever, you can probably go back and watch the VOD because that's gonna stay. And yeah, get to know me a little bit. You also have a couple of videos that I made to get to know me too. I'm shilling right now. I'm being a bit of a shill. That's fine. I'm sorry. But yeah, I don't know when I'm gonna stream. I want to at least stream once a week, maybe once or twice a week. I have spots in my free time. It's just a matter of, you know, not being a dumbass and not being a lazy ass and just do it. just doing it. But yeah, I'll try to be more consistent. Again, I really want to keep going, and especially because I leveled up my stream now. It's like, it'd be stupid if I don't stream again after going through all this effort of making cool ass assets and having all these cool ass assets. And so yeah, I don't know what's next for me. You'll probably see me around if you subscribe and hit the like button, like the my JP friend did that. He I think it's a he. I actually don't know. I'm sorry. I'll look him up later, or them. I don't know. But yeah, it was a good debut, huh? It was a good debut. I feel good about it too. So let's go. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it. Thank you all for showing up, for chatting with me, and for putting up with my weird stuff. I actually managed to go over an hour. That's way more than I thought it would be. So hey, I'm very proud of myself too. Hey, let's go. Self-love. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me do a cool transition to the end scene, because I think it's pretty cool. Okay. Bye-bye. Thank you all for showing up, and see you when I see you, I guess.